So today we are going to discuss about what is sets, bins, groups, and reference lines in set. So and how to create those in Tableau. So we already have discussed about what is set. So we have created a set to create top 10, bottom 10. So now we'll discuss keenly about sets on what all it can do. So a set is a subset of data which maintains or which will meet certain conditions based on existing dimensions. So the members of a dynamic set change when the underlying data changes. So basically set is a dynamic. Set is dynamic. So why do we call set as a dynamic is? So let's say in particular set, I have taken top 10 based on sales. So top 10, I have, let's say some Ajay, Vijay on the top 10. Like this, I have some 10 names. So like this, I have 10 names. And whenever this salary sales changes, so let's say if you go into the next month, the sales will get changed. And Ajay might have the less sales compared to the top 10 persons. So these persons may not be in the list. So this is dynamic based on the sales value. So the names of the customers are getting changed. So now let's see in the example. So if we go to the sample superstore data, and if I connect to customer name column, and I'll take sales. Okay, so here I am taking sales of the customer name, and if I use normal filter, so it will not be a dynamic thing. So in normal filter, how it happens is you have to select manually. So this is like every time it will show without based on the sum of sales. So every time it will be showing these specific customers. So it won't be dynamic. So even if the values will be changing, the names of the customers will not change. So as we are keeping static, so statically we are selecting these specific customers. So we are not changing anything. And even if the values are changing, as we are not putting any condition, so it will not be changing for these customer names. So even if the data comes, even if the sales becomes more or sales becomes less, so these customer names will not change. So this is static. And we have used filter for that. So now let's create a set. So let's take same example. Customer name. So here also we will have the same options. So here also you can select statically, and also you can give wildcard, all these options, whatever we have given in the filters, we can give those many options, and we can change it automatically. So if we can give conditional based as well. So we can change conditionally as well. So if I give sum of sales greater than 10,000, so I can be able to see the customers who have more than $10,000. So these are the customers who has more than $10,000 of sales. Sorry, we need to use set. So to create a set, we just need to right click on this, go to create and click on set. So in set, we will have to select, so there are many options. So we have general, condition, and top. So we'll go one by one. So general is nothing but static. So you can just select specific things and say okay. So that set is created. So that if you go to any particular sheet, so if I'm using it here, okay, so this particular set is holding these names 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 names are stored in this. So I have created a subset basically. Out of 800 customers, I have made these 8 customers as a subset, so that whenever I want those 8 customers, I will drag it. So if I go to new sheet, if I drag customer name, so whenever I want to use those 8 customers, I will drag it in the filter so that every time whenever I want to use those 8 customers, I can give it like that. So if you take an example, like, so let's go to Excel. So we have state, we have Andhra like this, and Telangana. And if you want to know the specific places like city, so if you want to select specific cities like this, and you select those cities and you make it as a subset, and you can drag those cities every time whenever you want. So if I want to see only those 8 customers, I will drag that set so that I can see, instead of every time selecting those 8 customers, I'll just drag that set, and that set will contain only these 8 customers. So that is about general. So in general, we can manually select. So in general also we'll have a lot of options. So edit set. So you can select all, you can select none, or if you select something and you don't want the ones which are selected, so click on exclude. So apart from these 6 names, all the names will be available. Say apply. Apart from those 6 names, all the names are available. So there are actually 800. 800 minus 6 is 794. So there are 794 customers. So edit set. So in general, we have these options. So we can select, or whatever you want, whatever you selected, you don't want that. So you can use exclude button. And if you want to use all, click on use all. So this is about general. So in general, it is actually static. In general, it is static. And we can make a subset of data. So if we go to condition, so it can be conditional based as well. So every time, whenever the value changes from the backend, the values will keep on changing. So condition and top or dynamic. So why it is dynamic? So it is dynamic because it will keep on changing based on the sales value. It will keep on changing based on the condition, you can say. So now let's see the condition. Select sales. And here I want to see greater than 15,000. So here you will have options: equal to, not equal to, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. So let's select greater than, say apply. So these are the customer who has more than $15,000 of sales. So this way we can create a set. So this is for condition. And this is for top and bottom. Or in conditional only, we can write one more condition. So customer name set. So instead of selecting the options here, so you can write a formula as well. So you can write sum of sales greater than 10,000. Say apply. So if I use this set in the filters, so I can see the sum of sale which is greater than 10,000. So these are the customers who has more than $10,000. So let's take one example. So I'll just take name, salary, the So these are some of the names of the persons, and I will enter the salary as so these are the salaries of the persons. So let me save this file. So let's see how Tableau dynamically changes the set. So I'm going to connect to that particular file which I have created. So I'm going to connect to Excel. Yeah. So it will show me all the 5 tabs. So I need to pick the sheet 5. Why? Because I have created it in the sheet 5 tab. So I'm connecting to sheet 5 tab. So I can see the name of the employees and salary of the employees. So here I will create a set. I'll take names and I will also take salary and I'll sort it. And I'll write a calculation, or I will create a set on the name. I'll create a set. So instead of general, I'll use condition. So here I will select sum of salary which is greater than 25,000. Say okay. So I have created this set. I will use it here. So there are only 3 persons who has more than $25,000 sales. So if you see in the data as well, so 10,000, 15,000, 16,000, 17,000. Only okay, so these are excluded. Only these names are coming. So GHD. So GHD is the persons who have more than 15,000, $25,000 sales. So these persons have more than $25,000 of sales. Basically, we have written a condition. So this is also a conditional set. So now let's see if I change the data here. So if I add one more entry, so I'll add one more entry where one more person got added into the company. So I will add one more person name and his salary is around 65,000. And I'll save this file. And when I say Tableau is dynamic, so automatically in this set, so I have added a new person. So that new person also will be added into the set. Why? Because so it is satisfying that condition where the person's salary is more than 25,000. So if I refresh this set, if I refresh the data source, so this will automatically update with the T person. So whatever name that I have added now, so that will be automatically updated. So that is why we call set as a dynamic. So you can see that person got added into the list. So this way Tableau automatically or set automatically identifies or add into that particular set. So now let's go to the, so now let's take same example and salary and edit this set. So here we have taken salary greater than 25,000 and here we are not mentioning to see the number of customers. So we are not mentioning any specific number of customers. So whoever is greater than 25,000, so it is automatically showing those many customers. So there are 4 names which are there more than 25,000. So it is showing that. So, but I want specific number of customers. I want specifically top 2 or top 3 like that. So I will mention top 2 and say apply and mention it here. So these are the 2 persons who are in the top 2 list. And this is also dynamic. So let me add. So if a new person got added again and his salary is around 75,000. if his salary is around 75,000. So now these two are the top two candidates, and this will be removed from the top two list. So G will be removed, or T. Yeah, T will be removed from the top two list. This person, and let me sort this. Okay, only these two persons will be there, and D is what? Okay, D is repeating twice here. So let me remove one. Okay, so now let me refresh it. So according to this, so these are the two values. So F is also repeated. Let's put some proper names. So if I refresh this, yeah. So Gautam and Radha are in the top position. So if I add one more person, so if his salary is 1 lakh, so then Gautam will be removed from the top two list. Radha and Rambo will be added into the top two list. So if I refresh this, as in the set we have selected only top two. So as set is dynamic, if the values are getting changed in the backend, so Tableau will automatically change the set as well. So if I refresh this, so Radha and Rambo will be in the list. So like this, we can be able to see the salaries, and set will dynamically change the set. So the values in the set will automatically change accordingly. So that is about top set. So now we have already discussed about how to create top set and bottom set, and how to combine top and bottom. So this is an interview question basically. So I'll write the question. So how to create top and bottom set in single worksheet. So why this option came up? Like why users are expecting to see the data in one? So earlier, if you take filters, so if I take the filters and if I take sales, so by using filters, so if you take filters, by using filters, you can only see at a time, you can select only one option. Either you can select top or either you can select bottom. So here you can see top. And if you want to change it to bottom, so at a time, you will be able to see bottom or top. So that is the only option which is available in the filter. But so users are asking to show the data. So they want to see the top 5 and they also want to see the bottom 5 together. So to achieve that, we need to make a set. So we have to create a set. So one set can be top n set. So here you will select, go to top, select by field, and sales and sum you need to select. And here you can select, you can give a static value, or as we discussed the previous, how to create a parameter and all. So here we can select to create a parameter. and integer will be automatically selected. Select value and starting from 1 to 100, and current value should be 5. Say okay. So create this top and set. So if you use this top and set here, so it will show you basically top 5. So you can see the list of parameters below here. So the parameters that are created will be stored here. So it is segregating parameters separately. So right click on the select value which we created just now and click on show parameter. Yeah, click on show parameter and click on this drop down and click on type in. If I enter 10, it will become 10. So I can see the top 10 customers. And now I'll create bottom 10 as well. So create set, go to top, click on by field. Instead of this static 10 value, select value parameter and name this as bottom and set. And say okay. Now remove this top and set and keep this bottom and set. So this will give you bottom 10 values. I did this. Here you need to change it to bottom. Say okay. So these are your bottom 10 values. But actual requirement is to show the top and bottom. So select bottom and top. So control select bottom and set and top and set and right click on this and create combined set. So we need both the values from the both the sets. So this can be write the name as top and bottom and set and say okay. And use this in the filters. So it will show you top 10 and bottom 10. Here you can enter. So based on this value, so this parameter is getting passed to the sets and based on that, these values are getting changed. So if I enter 10 here, so it will change automatically. So this parameter is controlling this worksheet. So this is for top and bottom set. So conditional we have discussed, top and bottom discussed. So now let's discuss about how to create bits. So now let's see. So if we take the same example, so we have this persons and let me add some other persons. So like this, I have some persons name and I have salaries for them. So now I'm going to explain about bins. So bin is nothing but grouping the measure values. So when I say grouping the measure values, so in dimensions, we can group the dimensions. So let's say in India, we have different states like Karnataka, Andhra, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, all these states are there. So we are grouping this as South states. And we also have In India, we have north states as well, like Delhi, Rajasthan, MP, UP. So all these are north states. So in dimensions, we can make the grouping like this. So that is called, in dimensions, we call it as groups. So this is called as groups in dimension, but measures can also be grouped. So when I say measures can also be grouped, so let me just show you here. So I'll just sort it. So click on this and click the salary smallest to largest. So I want to do a grouping. So that is called as bins. So if you do it for measures, that is called as bins. So I want to create bins for every 2000, or let's say for every 5000. For every 5000, or let me take for every 20,000. For every 20,000, I want to make a group. So 0 to 20,000. So this is in the bucket of 0 to 20,000. So when I say make a group, meaning so it should be like this: 0 to 20,000, and 20,000 1 to 40,000. So like this, it will keep on. We need to keep on. So for every 20,000, we need to make a bin. So Rakib, can you tell me in which bucket this is in? So Ajay has a salary in which bucket? Yeah, so he is in the range of 0 to 20,000. Yeah, Priyanka, can you tell me Vijay is in which range? In which range of salary he has? Yeah, perfect. Roja, can you tell me Raju is in which range of salary? Yeah, perfect. Nazrin, can you tell me for Rani in which range she is in? No. Yeah, so 40,000 1 to 60,000. So for every 20,000, we are making a bucketing. So 40,000 1 to 60,000. So like this, for every number, we will create like this. So this is also same. Siju is also in between 40,000 to 60,000, and Gautam is in the range of 60,000 to 60,001 to 80,000. And Pawan is also in the range of 60,001 to 80,000. So I'm just making, so they are in between these two values. I'm just writing the range. And Radha is also in the range of this. Arjun is also in the range of this. Rambo is not in this range. Rambo is in 80,000 to 80,001 to 1 lakh. So this is in 1,20,000 to 1,40,000. And this is 1,40,000 to 1,60,000. So for every 20,000, we are making this change. So now let's see. So this we have made it manually. So for every, as we have very less number of items, there are only 13 names I have. So I've just created manually. But Tableau has a automatic, concept called bins. So it will automatically create that. So now let's see how we can create that. So let me connect to the same Excel file. Click on Excel. Click on this. So let's go here. So I'll take name and I'll take salary. Yeah. So these are my names actually. So right click on this, right click on salary, go to create. So you can just so I'm just clicking on the sales, measure value. So basically we are trying to group the measure. So you have to right click on the measure itself. So click on create and click on bins. So here we can mention the size. And it is also suggesting to have 20,000 of size. So for every 20,000, we have created a bin or we have created a grouping. So here I will mention 20,000 and the salary bin, say okay. So it is showing you 0K to 19,999. So in Tableau, it will take, so 0 is also a number actually. So starting from 0 to 19,999, it will become 20,000. So 20,000 line items. So 0 to 20,000, 0 to 19,999, it will have. Even if it is showing you 0K, it is actually holding the values starting from 0K to 19,999. So you can see Ajay and Vijay. So only these two persons are in the range of 0 to 19,999. And we can also see, so 20K to 39,999, only one person. 40K to 59,999. So these are the two persons. So we have created manually. We like this we have created. To understand for you, I have written like this, but Tableau will not have this two option. So we need to understand that it is starting from 0K to 19,999. And this is starting from 20K to 39,999. So how we will know that? So we have created based on the size. We have mentioned here size as 20,000. So let me show you. If I change it to 25,000. So it's basically 0K to 24,999. It will be having. So 25 to 49,999 it will store. For every 25,000, it is bucketizing basically. It is grouping. So not only this, so basically, so how many persons are there in the range of 0 to 20,000? So there are two persons. And how many persons are there in the range of 40,000 to 60,000? So there are two persons. So we are manually calculating that. But by using this bins, we can directly take the count. So let me just duplicate this. So if I take out this name, no, let me take the count here and remove the salary. Okay, so now you can see starting from 0K to, so I'll just make a, I'll just rename it to understand for you. So starting from 19,999, edit this. So for understanding purpose, I'm just editing this. So 20K to 49,999, say okay. 40K to 69,999. So it is actually holding that. So we can see the number of customers. So even if you have hundreds of columns or hundreds of rows, thousands of rows, if you have, the Tableau will automatically calculate that. So let's do the same thing in the sample superstore. So let's connect to sample superstore, and now let's take customer name. And let's take sales and create bins. And for every $500, create a bin and take this bin here and take the count of customers. So if you see here, so the persons who are spending starting from 0 to $499. So you can see here, so it's basically 0 to $499 and 500 to $999. So it has created a bin like this. So if you see starting from 0 to $499, people are spending more. And if you go to any superstore, they are spending in the range of 0 to $499, and they are not spending much. And if you see 500 to $999, it has decreased drastically. And if you see, there are very less people spending more than $17,000. So this way we will get to know, like, there are middle class people who are purchasing more compared to the high class people. So this is what we can get it from the bins. So in which range people are getting more sales. So we can say the people who are purchasing in the range of 0 to 400 are more when compared to the persons who are spending thousands and 1500, 2000, like that. So let me give you some movie ratings as well. So if I have movies like, so if I have movies like this, and I'm gonna give ratings like out of 10, I'm gonna give like this. So I want to find out uh, the number of movies for every 3 ratings. I want to create a bin. So starting from 0 to 2. So there will be no 0. So let's start from 1 to 3 and 4 to 6, 7 to, let's make 9, and this is 10. Okay, so Rakib, can you tell me how many number of movies are in the range of 1 to 3? Yeah, 0. So Nazrin, can you tell me how many movies are in the range of 4 to 6? Yeah, 3. Priyanka, can you tell me how many number of movies are in the range of 7 to 9? Yeah. Roja, can you tell me how many number of movies are in the range of 10? 10 to 12 basically. Yeah, perfect. 0. So there are 0 movies. So you can see, compared to any other ratings, in the range of 4 to 6, we have more ratings. So people are giving more, I mean, high ratings at 4 to 6. So that is what we can analyze from this. So if we take the same data, so we'll connect to this. Let me save this file. So I'm connecting to the same Excel file. So where I will find based on bins. So let's see. I'll take movie and I'll take ratings. So I'll click on this. I'll just exclude this null value. So right click on this, create bins. So for every 3 ratings, I want to take, say okay. So this is basically 3 to 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, whatever. Sorry. Okay. There is no 1, 2, 3 actually. So 3 to 5. So this is in the range of 3 to 5. Let's put it over here. Yeah. So this is the actual rating. And this is in the range of 3 to 5. And this is in the range of 6 to 8. And this is in the range of 9 to 11. So you can see there are 2 movies in the range of 3 to 5, and there are 2 movies in the range of 6 to 8. So like this, so Tableau is considering 0 also. That is why it is showing you differently. So 0 to 2, it has created one bucket, and 3 to, so basically Tableau is considering from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's say when we have created a size width of bin, size of 3. So this will be bucketized as 0 to 3, sorry, 0 to 2. Why? Because it will hold 3 values. So we are creating a size of 3. So it will hold 0, 1, 2. So this is a group for these 3. And when you go to 3, so it should also have hold 3 values. So it will be starting from 3 to 5 only. So 3, 4, 5. So it is also holding. So the size of bin is actually the number of values in that. It's not exactly like 3 to 6, 6 to 9, not like that. So this will be applicable for this also. So if we go to this one, so it will be starting from 6 to 8. So this will hold 6, 7, 8. So this will be applicable for, and when you go to 9, 9 to 11. So 9, 10, 11. So like this we can apply. So each bin will hold 3 values. So when you mention 3, it will hold 3 values. If you mention 4, it will hold 4 values. So in this scenario, it is actually holding. So it has created a bin of 0 to 2, 3 to 5, 6 to 8, 9 to 11. So that is why we are able to see differently. So that is about bins. So any questions related to bins and sets? Yeah, Rakib. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Hmm. No, there are no movies only, right? So we are not taking count here. Let me take count. So let's do duplicate. So let me take the count. So it is not even showing only. I mean, those records were not there, right? So this will not be shown only. Records itself is not there. So there is no records. So it will not show. Even the 10 also it is not showing. So 9 to 11. So it is in the range of in 9 to 11 there is one movie, right? So that is what it is showing. And 6 to 8, how many movies are there? 6 to 8. So there are two movies. So it is showing two. And 3 to 5, there are two movies. So that way we can automatically create. So in this, we have only 5 rows or 6 rows. Yeah, we have only 5 rows. But it will actually calculate for millions of rows as well. So if you go to the previous example, so here we can calculate for millions of rows. And in the millions of records, we can understand that in what range people are purchasing more. So you can see in 0 to 500 only people are purchasing more in while compared to in the other cases. So people are purchasing in the range of 0 to 500. That means uh, you should not spend in Superstore. You should not keep I mean the products which are more than $500. So you have to maintain the products which are in the range of 0 to 500 so that people purchase more in this range itself. And people who are purchasing more than $500 are very less compared to people who are purchasing in the range of 0 to 499. So that is what we can understand from creating the bins. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, will be included. Even if we purchase it 10 times also, that will be included in this. Yes. So that is about sets and bins. So now let's go to a new topic, which is reference lines. So before that, let's start group. So as we discussed, so in groups we can, yeah. So grouping basically we do it like this. So when you have different states, so if you want to segregate south state separately and north state separately. So if you want to segregate like that, so we create groups. So let's see to categorize the data into higher level. So let me take state. So here we have so many states, like we have 59 states over here. So if I want to group some states, so create a set, create a group here. So you can automatically create a group, select whatever names that you want to create. Or let's take our example only so that it is easy for us to understand. So I'll write this as state, and I'll write the proper names so that Tableau will understand the geolocations as well. Delhi, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, and Uttar Pradesh. So I'll save this file. Let me save as group. So I'm connecting to sheet 7. So Tableau automatically identifies it as a state geolocation. So you can see the globe symbol over here. And let's go to sheet and double click on this. So Tableau will locate the locations, specific locations. So Andhra Pradesh is here, Karnataka, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh. So it is not identifying Telangana. So let's edit locations. So select, so you have to manually select some names. So, okay. So Telangana, I have written spelling as wrong. So if the spelling is not matching, Tableau will not identify it. And Rajasthan also, I have written spelling wrong. So it is not identifying. So let's edit in the Excel itself. So if the names are not matching, Tableau won't identify that. So Telangana. And if you see the Rajasthan, I have written spelling wrong. So it has to be THAN. And now save the file. Okay, so it is actually not identifying these two locations. So if I refresh it now, so as I have written the proper names, so now Tableau will understand those are the state names. So now you can see the Telangana and Rajasthan is also available. So if the spellings are correct, Tableau will automatically locate those locations. Okay, so now let's see. I want to group it. So let's create group. So, and I know that Andhra, Karnataka, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, all these are south regions. And so I will map it to south. And Delhi, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, I will map it to. So I can add it to the existing one, or I can create a new group. So when I say add to, it will show me the south group only. But I don't want to add to the south group. I'll add this to north. Say okay. So I want to highlight south and north related areas. So you can see, so these are my north states and these are my south states. And you can use the colors like this. So if you use it in color, okay, so these are your south states and sorry, north states, and these are your south states. You can highlight like that. So this is called grouping basically. So if you want to do the grouping and if you want to understand, so let's say even if you have some sales over here. So I'm getting $500, 650, 750, 850, 450, 650. So like this sales I'm getting, and I will refresh this. And I'll do by using that grouping, state group. I want to find out in which region I'm getting more sales. So you can see in South region, I'm getting more sales. So this way I can compare in what all regions I'm getting more sales and all. And what are my states in the south and north. So by double clicking on this, I can see what are the states. So here I can make hierarchy as well. So as we discussed earlier, so you can just go to hierarchy and create hierarchy and say okay. Okay, so that user can be able to expand and collapse. So drill down and drill up, they can do. So that is what is about grouping. And not only states and all, even if you take the customer name in sample superstore, so you can make the grouping for this as well. So right click on this, create group. You can select any number of, you can select shift, hold shift and select any number of names and click on group and it will add the group. So like this, you can keep on creating the groups. And so I have selected these many groups. So these are 2 groups and rest of them I want to add into the rename group 1 and group 2. And rest of them I want to add it to the others group. So I have specific names for these groups, but I don't want to give the name for other group. I mean, whatever the other list of names which are there, I don't want to name it anything. I just want to name others. So you just click on this. So all this list of names will be added into other group. So that there are only 3 groups. So you can see this has grouped. In group 1, I have these many customers. In group 2, I have these many customers, and others I have these many customers. So like this, I can do a grouping. And not only that, you can directly select here. So select some list of customer names and let's right click on this and create group. So you can just directly select and you can create a group. So Tableau will automatically, so it will assign some random name. So it will just put some starting names and say 7 more or 8 more like that. And rest of them will be added to the other group. So you can directly select the names. So let's say if you want to make a group for this, so just right click on this and you can click on group. So like this you can make. So whatever you have selected, only those will be named with something like this. And later also you can edit it and you can name it random group. And rest of them will be automatically added into other group. So this is what you can, in this ways we can create groups. So, okay, so we have one more topic, which is reference line. So we'll discuss that tomorrow. So any questions? Okay, then, so try to prepare the dashboards which I have prepared. So I'll publish this in the Tableau public and share the link in the group. So try to publish and so try to prepare for each and every session. Try to prepare one dashboard and publish it to the Tableau public and share in the group. Yeah, Rakib. Parameters. Okay, we'll continue in the next topic. Yeah, sure. Okay, then thank you all for joining. We'll continue tomorrow.